Hello, everyone. My name is Doc Holliday. I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about some topics that have gone on as a result to the black community and dealing with police encounters. Um, I think that we should have a longer discussion about what we are telling our youth to do um, when it comes to their interactions with police officers. And I say that because I believe that we are kind of doing a disservice to a lot of our youth, a lot of our young adults, by giving them a little bit extra anxiety um, in terms of trying to condition them to act a certain way, to do certain things that are really contrary to who they are, that are really, in an already tense environment, you then trying to do some things that you were told to do that you're, it causes a lot of mental duress um, and a lot of anxiety. And it leads to two things. It leads to fight or flight. And we all know what can happen when those situations arise with the police. If you fight, you get shot. If you run, you get shot. We, I think that we need to try to work to prevent both parties from having such high anxiety during an interaction. So I think that um, it's sort of like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, but Doc Holliday's hierarchy of needs, where I have the pyramid upside down. And it's like your basic needs, your housing needs, and all that stuff is like the apex of the pyramid. But again, the apex of the pyramid is the little tip of the pyramid the inverted pyramid is now sitting on. Um, that has to be very strong in order for the house, in order for the person to self actualize. Um, the same thing goes into this this the notion of preparing a black man or a young adult for interactions with um, police and members of authority. I think that what we have to do is number one, um, I want to say this without trying to offend anyone. We have got to start developing a stronger sense of nature within ourselves, a stronger sense of pride, a stronger sense of of self identity, of who we are, of um, of being able to control your situations mentally at all times, and that delves deeper into the problems that black people that the black community has with mental health as well. Um, you know, we this is now another weight that is added on to the stressor of the back that black people have to deal with. Now, I mean, but it's like we're going 80 years backwards, and it's like, you know, this 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 cannot be 60 years backwards. This cannot be. Um, I, um, because okay. put it like this. In that situation, as as a person as a law enforcement officer, you would expect that person to be mentally competent enough to handle a stressful situation should it arise. But we have seen that in many instances, many instances, white police officers or police officers in general do not know how to handle high stress situations. So, that being said, and the fact that a lot of people don't know how to handle high stress situations, it is all the more incumbent upon you as an individual or as a parent or guardian of an individual to make sure that you or that individual gets educated in the way of of uh, of of, of giving of of learning how to number of coming to grips with number one your mental and knowing how to and getting your mental prepared to be able to handle those stressful situations. Um, it's like for example, me in the military, or it's like, well, I'll just say the military, for example. If you go to the military, say if you were in, I don't know, Iraq or Afghanistan, wherever, and you're in a village, something happened. You're in a village and you're trying to help out some villagers, or you're trying to meet the mission, whatever the mission is. But in that mission, you have a bunch of villagers that are hostile towards you because some of their people were injured because of this thing, and they think that you are, whatever. So what you have to do, you have to take care of take control of that situation. If you don't fucking take control of that situation, you're gonna fucking spaz out, and you're gonna shoot up every damn body. The same thing here. You know, um, you know, you have to train yourself to be, or make sure that that the individual is trained up to the ability to be able to handle themselves in all types of stressful situations. And the fact is that most people, especially black people, unfortunately do not know how to handle themselves in stressful situations, i.e., you know um, you know the term that I hate to use, black on black crime, or just crime, period, that is committed by black people in terms of assault or murder over the silliest things, because you are not capable of of in, of handling or dealing in a proper manner with stressful situations. So, and we as a how do you say, as a people, as a community, we need to learn how to deal with these situations, stress. We need to learn how to deal with the stress of life, of the many things that are resting on the necks and shoulders of black people in the black community, um, from the ADOS community, especially. Um, so again, we have to, as a people, as a people, um, get our minds more put together. So how do we do that? A lot of it is, uh, a lot of it, honestly, should be done in the schools. Many people, probably, probably most people that have graduated high school, if you ask them 10 or 20 years later, what, if anything, they learned in high school actually benefited them in the real world, they would say, freak no. They would say, heck no, there's no way in the world that they didn't learn anything uh, from high school that prepared them for life. And I think that this is one of the most important things that needs to be taught in schools is the development of oneself, development, the ability to self-actualize and to be able to reach your full potential, and also to be able um, to have enough constitution within yourself of who you are, of your purpose, of individuality, to where um, and the mental wherewithal that is developed to become the brightest that you can be. These are the types of things that we need to have teachers be. Teachers should be inspirational people that lifts the lid of potential of a child's mind to the realities or the possibilities in our reality, or the many different possibilities of our many different realities that each individual lies within, or something to that effect. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. But yeah, but back to the subject. The main thing is, I think that we're creating a lot of weak people, and I don't think that we should be doing this. I think that it's counter. I think that it is counterintuitive of who we are as a people, and also of the goals that we're trying to obtain. Because as I would look at it, and I don't have the statistics to back it up or anything. I'm sure. I mean, I hope that you guys will comment below, or somebody will post the statistics about it. But I've just seen. I've noticed a lot of the people that are getting shot by police are people that are um, that are running away from them, running away from them, and whether that be out of fear from the cops, um, you know, just out of just stress, or for whether it be for um, how do I say, whether it be from the party, the victim, or the civilian, the black person, whether or not that black person is committing a crime, or not committing a crime, or should I say, is not committing a crime or is committing a crime. Um, you know, it's it's how do I gotta. I don't know. It took me too long to get to it. How do I re-explain it? I don't know. It's too hard to explain. Think about it. Think about it. I don't know. Hold on one second. Let me get something to drink. Okay. Sorry about that. But I'm gonna have to let you go. Cause my neck is starting to really hurt. Now. Um, but basically, again, we cannot have Jeez, my neck is hurting. I can't think. Um, we cannot have our children growing up. We have way too many people that are weak-minded in our society as it is. We listen. The police. We pay the police. Look, we pay the police to protect us. That's what they are here. That's what they are here for as Americans. Like I don't. I just cannot allow myself to buy in or allow myself to in any way um, allow myself to be subjugated by people ever or or made to be feel less than. They put on their shoes the same way that you do, their pants, their shirts, their everything. They are doing out there to do perform a job. That job that they perform does not give them any higher rank or any higher status or any higher anything to any other individual on this daggum planet. You know what I mean? So I don't care if it's a bum on the street that's been a bum on the street for 60 years and he's 99 and 50 years, 99 at point 5 years old. Um, that police officer is just the same as that guy on the street. And so, um, you know, I, I think that we are doing a disservice when we are, um, how do I say, when we are, uh, uh, you know, telling our kids that I want you to do, these things, and I'm telling you to do these things because I want to make sure that you make it home at night because the people are out there to kill you. They're going to kill you. Um, or like, yeah, the police are killing black boys and black girls like you. So you need to make sure that you do this X, Y, and Z. I don't have kids myself. So, you know, but I get nieces and nephews. And I, I, I don't know. I definitely would not be telling them that. Now, I also would not be telling them, "Hey, you need to be getting up in the face, being the belligerent, and acting like God's gift to the earth, and doing any of that stuff." Now, so let that be noted as well. I'm definitely not saying anything of that nature. Um, but again, um, you have to present yourself in a manner that says, okay, I'm gonna get my respect from your ass. And all this bullshit that you may be presenting to any and every other motherfucker that you run excuse me, Lord. I mean YouTube people scratch that. um any other person that you may have picked up or pulled over, but um you're not gonna run that on me. So I'm gonna need I'm gonna need a different tone from you because look, they are public servants. That is their job. They are public servants. So they are to serve the public. And that public is you. So if you are not out there committing a crime, if you are not out there a gangbanger, if you are not out there, selling drugs or knocking off liquor stores or shooting up old people or robbing banks or doing any crazy stuff out there, you should not have to drive around on the streets of America in fear of your life from the freaking police. And I don't care what how many people are getting killed by the police. We as black Americans do not need to be um, we do not need to keep telling more and more our younger kids or younger generations that you have to be all meek and, put your hands on a 10 to 6 and say, yes, sir, no, sir, because the things that you're going to do is you're going to be, you're going to go and get arrested. And the girl on, gosh, what's the thing? The girl on ESPN said something the other night. She was like, she had a cousin or family member that oh yeah, it was her brother. Her family member had got pulled over by by a cop or whatever, and he, was saying yes sir, no sir, and even knowing his rights, the people were like, oh, we want to search your car, see if you got anything in there, and of course he didn't have anything in there, so he said, sure, go ahead. And come to find out, they found some twigs and some stems or some shit. So they think that's some marijuana, some grass clippings and shit, and they gonna arrest the motherfucker. I'm sorry, God, I keep cussing, but I don't know. Like it's so again, yeah. His it was her brother that it happened to. So their father, who was a federal agent, FBI guy, he went out there and we'll get my son out of here. Bam, bam, bam. And oh, you if he had told you if he had told us that he was a son of an FBI agent, we wouldn't have done all this. And it's like, wow, we have this two-tier system. You know what I mean?